Well, I'm going to give you the tour of the old Gray Ghost here. It's been my hunting rig for a long time. I've always had these built-up ram charges because they have a short wheelbase and they're good and nimble and light to get in the bad places. So I'll basically show you how I got things set up. We'll start at the front here. I've always had a winch. I got homemade bumpers on it. This is like a steel I-beam, an 8-inch I-beam, I guess. And I got a 9,500 pound super winch on it with about, I don't know, 100 feet of cable or something. I put this brush guard on it because I've poked one radiator out in the woods with it before. So I got the brush guard, and it's got a 4-inch lift, and I'm running 12.5 35 Super Swampers on it. They're just about right. They're not too wide where it's hard in the snow, but they got good traction in the snow or in the mud. I put the lowest gears you can get for a Chrysler rear end. It's a 392 gears in it, and it's got a positive rear end, which gives you more traction and pull. If you put a positive in, you got to remember, in the snow and the slippery going, it's worse to have it in just two-wheel drive because it pushes you around. You start to slide and it pushes you. I always put the hubs in and put it in four-wheel drive on a snowy or an icy road, but then the traction is great. So, all right. Actually, I just got done. I did quite a bit of work on it this summer. Every once in a while, you gotta go over them and check things out. But I use bed liner on the bottom. I call it rock guard. People call it that. So the bottom edge is all that rock guard because it's always running on gravel roads and it chips the paint and stuff. So I put the new rock guard. I actually did a whole new paint job on it because I had done a little body work and the paint didn't match. So I did the whole thing. I'll show you under the hood here. Show you what we got going on under the hood. The power plant, the thing that makes it go. So this is it's a 69 318. If you're not a Mopar fan, then you wouldn't know that probably that in 1968 and 69, those 2 years, the 318s, they came stock 230 horse. All the rest of them were 170. They had a higher compression head and bigger valves. So I bought one of them motors back in the 80s. I've rebuilt this motor 3 times and I've had it in 4 vehicles. So it's a 69, so it's over 50 years old. Still runs strong, runs like a clock. This year I put new headers on it. Got the Hedman headers I put on this year. It's got an Edelbrock intake for a 4-barrel carburetor, and I put an Edelbrock Truck Avenger carburetor on it, 4-barrel. It's designed to run at a 45-degree angle because this is not fuel injection like your newer stuff. So it won't. If you don't have a carburetor like that and you get in the steep country and you'll end up with your floats will shut off. When the vehicle gets to a certain angle, the floats come up and it shuts the fuel off and you stop. So anyways, that's good carburetor there for this. Simple. There's nothing in here I can't fix myself. There's only a few electronic parts that could go to Strangia. I carry those parts in my console in here. I carry all my parts. I got a starter relay, I got an extra coil, I got a voltage regulator, I got a ballast resistor, and I carry the spare parts with me. And back in here, again, I got a homemade bumper in here with a Reese hitch and a tow hook, and In the back, what other thing I've done here is this vehicle, when I got it, had carpet. I stripped all the carpets out of the inside and I did it with the bed liner. So the whole thing is bed liner from inside, front to back. I can take the pressure washer and wash the whole thing out. This actually is a little dirty in here. I did the front, I rock guarded it. Ironically, the seat folds forward and right up under the other seats. But this seat hook right here is how I've always hauled moose. Now nowadays we've got to usually cut them up, but this hook will, that handle will haul a moose. So I come along the head up in there and go with them. And I always carry a tool kit. Anyways, in the woods you got to carry the stuff with you. You don't want to be broke down. So I've got tools and I've done all kinds of fixes in the woods and MacGyvering and all that. Another thing you could carry, most people do, if you don't have a winch, you should carry a high lift jack. Because you can, with a high lift, you can get the whole vehicle up out of the mud if you're stuck or whatever. So anyway, I just put a new rear seal gasket in it too. I just redid these, the floorboards with a rock guide in here. Redid that stuff and she's race ready for fall. And that's about it. That's my woods rig. Get a good rig and keep it in shape and take care of it and it'll last forever. Like I said, this one is an 82. So that's 40, over 40 years old with over a 50-year-old motor. Can't beat it. Better than the new stuff.